Back on Inside Tennessee, we're going to pull back from this election a little bit and talk about turnout as well. John North, you were talking to Chris Davis, who's the election administrator in Knox County, had a conversation with him. Right now, in early primary voting, we have seen roughly 6 to 7% of eligible voters cast a ballot, but he told you about a surprise in it as well.
He was really expecting that the partisan school board races would bring more people in. That's not been the case. In fact, we are seeing lower turnout now than we were 4 years ago. There's another reason for that too. We had an open sheriff's seat 4 years ago. We had an open mayor's seat 4 years ago. So it's different 4 years ago compared to this year.
Susan, any take on turnout from your perspective?
No, I mean, I wish there was some way we could get voters to turn out. You know, we always say all politics is local. These local races impact your life, probably more than the president of the United States. So go to vote on May 3rd if you have not already voted. It is so important.
Don?
I completely agree with Susan. And again, I'll stand by what I said in the last block. The school board races are really important. Also, the Democrats have put some good candidates up, even though that there's a fear that it'll be hard for a Democrat to win. I know that my friend Kat Bike in District 4 is running as a Democrat, and she'd make a fabulous school board member. There are good people on both sides of it, but get out and vote. We need more people to vote. And the people that complain the loudest are usually those that often don't vote. So please go do what your duty and go pull the switch.
The late Senator Howard Baker said on a Leadership Knoxville event that if he had it all to do over again, he'd run for school board because that's where the big decisions of communities are made. Don, we have a new police chief in the city of Knoxville. This is a man who is a veteran police officer in the city of New Orleans, also a New Orleans native. What do you expect Mr. Noel, Chief Noel, is going to have to do right away?
Well, I think the first thing he needs to do is observe, sit and watch and look at what's going on in this department, this community. He's new to the community. I'm not troubled by the, quote, outsider versus insider pick. I always thought that it would be somebody from the outside. I'm obviously very close to KPD. I represent a number of their officers on occasion, but it is, I think there's going to be a lot of change within the department and a lot of tone and tenor change. I think it's done really well, but I think it's time for an evolution. He is going to bring a new flavor and a new feel. I think people were caught a little off guard or a little surprised that it was Paul Noel, but I'm excited for it, and it's going to be a little bit of time, but give him 6 months, and I think we'll see some major structural change at KPD.
Susan?
Yeah, what I read about his program called Ethical Policing is Courageous. It's some program that he had there, and it won a national award, which I find really interesting, that he focuses on the ethics in the police department. We've had a whole lot of conversations about that in this city, and so I think he'll bring a new perspective, and maybe one that we all welcome.
Well, we appreciate your analysis. We're going to have you back next week to break down what did happen in this election on Tuesday, May 3rd. Again, all of us echo the sentiments earlier. Please get out and cast a ballot in this election if you haven't already. One other note, we have some regular viewers. Ms. Marla Fox, we appreciate you tuning in every Sunday. Thank you for making us a part of your weekend. And all of you, we appreciate you tuning in. If you missed some of our interviews with the candidates prior to this broadcast, you can go back and watch them on the Inside Tennessee page of WBIR.com. Have a great rest of your weekend.